But we begin this morning with the horror and the outrage following the drive-by shooting that took the life of a 12-year-old girl sitting in her own home in the village of Hempstead. TV 1055's Jennifer McLogan has our story.
Pain. And it hurts.
Chloe Taylor was a best friend. She and her classmates are having a tough time without their cherished companion, 12-year-old Deja Joyner.
She always be smiling. She likes to laugh and play around. Her favorite color is pink.
Deja wore this pink crown on her birthday 2 weeks ago. Today, a pink banner went up at Schultz Middle School with expressions of grief, sadness, love from children too young to be exposed to such violence and death, said parents.
I mean, it's disgusting to think that there are so many guns out here.
Police say a gunshot fired from outside Joyner's Dartmouth Street home Friday struck the innocent child in the head as she ate dinner. Earlier in school, she'd attended Girl Scouts and was dancing in the hallway, said her friends.
I actually remember she was sitting right in front of me, and we were playing game, and we were just talking.
Some of the students who live close to her, live near her, that's their fear is I live right down the street. That could have been me.
Now school leaders are gently counseling traumatized students.
I also stressed to them that, the doctors came in and said that everything happened so quickly, she did not suffer. And I think that gave them a little peace of mind.
During a weekend vigil for her parents, the stunned community vowed to stick together for change.
We have to bring this person to justice, so I believe the community, if they know anything, they will speak up.
Wayne Hall is Hempstead Village Mayor.
We become the eyes and the ears of the police and work in conjunction with them, check on our kids.
There are 122 police officers here in a village of 55,000. They cannot combat gang crime, says the mayor, without the help of residents. From Hempstead, Jennifer McLogan, TV 1055.
And joining us now to talk about this senseless tragedy are two of the community's pastors demanding an end to gun violence. The Reverend Dr. Sedgwick Easley on my left, and he is pastor of the Union Baptist Church, and the Reverend Malcolm Byrd, pastor of the Jackson Memorial AME Zion Church. And welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Reverends, this has been a difficult week. How is the family holding up?
Family is holding up as well as you can expect. I've been with them ever since the time of the tragic shooting in Hempstead, and we've been praying with them, we've been supporting them, and trying to get them through this much difficult season.
Well, I was at a candlelight vigil earlier this week, a few days ago. Speak about how the community really seems to be coming together over this young girl's death.
Well, I think in large part, members of our community have attended in great number the considerable number of vigils we have had centering this senseless death. People are looking for hope. They're looking for answers. They want to respond in such a way to what they are feeling on the inside regarding this senseless shooting. And they're showing up in great numbers looking for that hope.
We saw that. Do you think this could galvanize the community?
Certainly, we hope that it will galvanize the community. This has brought out all of our communities together. We're all dealing with it in many different ways, and we're hoping that because of this senseless loss, that Deja's life will have such value to it that we'll all band together for a common good in our community, because we need it.
Well, and of course, everybody wants to find the shooter or shooters. We don't know for sure. The village mayor at the vigil kept saying the other night, if you know something, say something. Do you think someone knows something who perhaps is afraid to come forward?
I'm not really for sure if anyone knows or not. I would hope that if someone knows, for the good of the community and for the lives of our children in our community, that they would come forward.
Reverend Byrd, what can be done in the community to stop these terrible crimes? It's not the first time we've heard about this.
No, and any time there is a community where gun violence is rampant, that's typically a byproduct of some type of other dysfunction, a dysfunctional school system, lack of employment or underemployment. Violence is always a byproduct of systematic marginalization.
And of course, many voices calling for something needs to be done about the guns that flood into our community. New York has the toughest gun laws around, and yet we see guns all over the place. All efforts to do anything about it in Congress have failed. Do you still have hope that anything can change there?
I always have hope. We are preachers of the gospel. Right. We always have hope. Right. We always believe that their change can happen. When, I don't know. But we still work, we still strive, and we pray that change will come to our communities as it relates to gun violence. There are too many guns on our street. Too many of our children are losing their lives. I have buried too many of our young people due to gun violence. Something has to be done. There's going to come a time when we're going to look for our lawyers, our doctors, our preachers, our teachers, and they're going to be in the cemetery if something is not done immediately.
Yeah, we hate covering these stories. We wish we never covered another one again. You know, the police and the experts tell us that these guns get into the New York area from southern states where they have laxer regulations, and they're bought by straw buyers. It's not even the real people who are buying it. They pay someone else to get the guns, and then they bring them up here. How do you stop that pipeline?
I'm not totally sure how to stop that pipeline, but I think continuing to draw attention to the issues that our streets are literally littered by guns all over the place, by continuing to draw attention to this unfortunate epidemic, I think we'll be able to alleviate the issue in some way.
And it goes back, the conversation goes far beyond the guns. Our communities are plagued with so many things. Lack of resources, a failing school system. And whenever you have situations like that, you'll always have crime in your community. And so it's so many layers. It's so deep-rooted. And it takes all hands on deck. We must all invest. We are stakeholders of our community. And whenever you have a failing community, these are the problems that you're going to get.
Because then you get the lure of the gangs.
Exactly.
Always.
Exactly.
Always. Communities of that nature are a breeding ground for gang-like activity. Those types of things occur when communities have been left to fend for themselves.
Yes.
When they've been abandoned.
Yes.
Those things happen.
Well, you know, it's just a shameful act that's occurred here, and the whole community stands with you, gentlemen, and with the family, and with the folks in Hempstead to say that this is the last time that this can happen. The Reverend Sedgwick, Dr. Sedgwick V. Easley, and Pastor Malcolm Byrd, thank you for speaking with us today. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.